Welcome to Instant Discussions, episode something or other. 30?
Our 100th episode!
50 something? No,
Yeah!
Yeah, close.
Close enough.
I don't know, it's like 30 something.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Alright. We have with us special guest, can't be here today.
That's special.
Yeah.
His car broke down.
Yeah, his car broke down. And
Thanks for putting it out there. I'm sure he's happy.
somewhere in the woods.
What?
I guess he didn't say his name, Dick.
I'm giving him more credit, although it is kind of disappointing because I wanted... Although you will see him though.
Well, he specifically, he picked this movie.
Yeah.
And now we're going to talk about it. And we don't know why he wanted to pick this movie. Because he's not going to be here to talk about it. We're going to talk about Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah.
And I was trying to do the sync thing last week. I'm just going to make this really easy. I've got it at the very start of the video. And
It's 0-0.
I'm going to press play right now. Okay, so now it's starting. Anyway, just so you can react to what we're reacting to. It's weird doing the sync thing where we're not doing the entire movie. Because then you're not really commenting on it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but
whatever.
you know,
It's this kind
if
of
we
like,
start laughing for some reason, then you
Yeah.
can know why we're doing that.
like when he pours beer on his face.
He pours beer on everything. He pours beer on his fingers when he cuts his fingers off. It's like beer's the remedy. It's like alcohol, but so little alcohol.
Yeah,
Dude,
I mean, granted, it probably helps a little bit, but
the slightest amount.
Well, the hops.
The hops definitely.
Yeah, it's anti-inflammatory. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, nice. Yeah. This movie directed by Eli Craig.
Was Eli
not
Craig?
Not Eli Roth. Eli
Oh,
Craig.
never mind.
Yeah, the other Eli. He's of course known for the movie Tucker and Dale vs. Evil.
I think
He directed an episode of TV show Brothers and Sisters.
Hey, Space
a
Cowboy.
movie called Space Cowboys.
That was the wait. He was
The
an
Tao of Pong.
He had to have been an actor in this movie. Yeah, it was directed by Clint Eastwood, Space Cowboys. He was a guy in that. And this isn't... These are... Look, actor... He was... Alright, writer, director, The Tao of Pong. That was the other one, which doesn't have a Wikipedia article. It was a short.
Okay, really quick, since this part's on. So, I told you guys, I watched it before. I started to watch it.
Yeah.
I didn't get all the way through because of... The shitty, horrible acting at the beginning it's nothing funny. It's stupid, and you just want to smack them.
It's really bad. If you've seen, the, I think it's Funny or Die or College Humor, one of those. The trailer for Gobstopper, the fake trailer.
No.
It's the Willy Wonka horror.
I wish
The acting at the beginning of that.
Real so bad.
The acting at the beginning of that is exactly this. It's just that bad. So it's one of those things where the acting's so bad you can tell it's making fun of it. They're not taking it seriously. But sadly, unlike a movie like Cabin in the Woods, which in the beginning it's a little overacting, but not this much.
Yeah.
It's more.
Yeah.
It's a little more real, so that you're kind of buying into it being a movie. This one, it's just it's a little out there.
For me, I mean, I'm biased on when I'm commenting on this because I don't like horror films in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see too much of a difference between like this and any given horror film.
Most horror films are bad, but I feel in this one,
the victims.
I think some of these victims they're trying to act poorly, and whereas in normal horror films they're just bad actors in some of those instances.
So I guess you can give these kids some credit in that regard.
Yeah. Except for the lead actress in this, who does a better job, especially later on.
Oh, the lead actress?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
all of the hillbillies are really good. I think they...
But at first I did not like the hillbillies either, because I've seen them in other things, and I like their characters in other shows and stuff. And this, I'm just like,
But mostly Tyler Labine and Alan Tudyk, who are both really good people. Alan Tudyk, who is... Pirate Steve.
Okay, yeah.
Dodgeball, and also
See, I'm used to
Captain.
that here.
Or he was Wash in Serenity and Firefly. And,
he was also in Suburgatory, some show.
He's done a ton of things. He's a really good. The thinner guy. Tyler Labine's the bigger guy.
His name is what?
Tyler Labine from Reaper.
Yeah. So I like their other characters. So once again, when I got to this point watching, I was like, I do not like these. I thought this was going to be their characters the whole way through. And then I was really excited once we really got into them.
Yeah.
Really nice, and I was like...
Well, they have to introduce them... They have to introduce them more of just the stereotype redneck, because we're seeing them more from the victim's perspective.
Victims.
So the entire the premise of the whole movie is that it's a take on all the horror films where they're going off in the woods and there's this crazy killer, but it's what if it's just a complete misunderstanding and like when in the first scene when they showed the news report and there's some guy like comes up with the axe, like you just see that like that person scared her, she fell back and this thing happens there, but you can kind of see it from that other perspective. It's just there's a misunderstanding and people being clumsy around sharp objects.
Yeah.
Yes.
College kids getting too excited and thinking like.
Yeah. I like how they reference them as just college kids. Like it's college kids. I want to have college kids. It's so weird.
Oh, crazy college kids.
The thing I thought funny too was what's the chubby dude's name?
Tyler Labine? Dale?
Yeah, when he rips off his or he has the cut off sleeves and he has like some black dude with an afro as a tattoo. I'm like, that kind of takes me out of the hickish part.
I didn't notice that.
Oh, I missed that. Dang. I really missed that. I missed that.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Well, yeah, that's the misunderstanding there. The walking around with the scythe. Yeah.
I had to explain. I actually watched this with my son.
Mm-hmm.
I had to explain to him that that's not just a weapon.
Yeah.
That they use it for stuff.
They're clearing brush. They're clearing.
Yeah.
And
he's like, "Why does he have a weapon?" I'm like, "They use that."
Yeah, no, I've used those to clear out trails before.
Yeah.
But it's that's a good point on that. If you haven't used one of those before, much like the privileged college kids here, then they just see it as him holding Grim Reaper's weapon there, and like what? Yeah.
Oh, Dale.
And then what's it with the hat? Giver? And how do you pronounce it? Giver? Like...
It's weird just without the apostrophe. It's just Giver.
I think the apostrophe is there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's there.
What's
So
there for?
what is it?
Like, give...
I think it was supposed to be like give it to her type thing, but in like a hickey way. But then on top of it, there's the entendre of he's a giving kind of a person.
Yeah, that's what I took it as. So
I think it was trying to do both of those things, and I think that was kind of clever too. I actually like the hat a lot.
And
I wasn't too sure about the hat.
They don't go too far.
I kind of love the hat. I'm not gonna lie. That's awesome.
They don't go too far into the gay references. It starts in the car scene.
Oh yeah.
But
it started there, but I thought they were going to go a little.
Yeah, I thought they were going to keep going with it, but they didn't. They didn't really go on with it, which is kind of good that they didn't go on with it.
Yeah.
But it's that other. It's the deliverance side of the hillbillies that you're getting the misunderstanding of.
Yeah.
So just that everyone's misunderstanding everyone. Yeah. Poor cops.
It's the real victims here.
Yeah. Everyone's pretty much a victim. That one guy, though, he's crazy.
He's just got problems.
Yeah, I think he's the real evil in this.
Well, it's Tucker and Dale versus evil.
Yeah, it's Tucker and Dale versus evil, and in the beginning of that, it's like Tucker and Dale versus the misconstrued vision that they are evil.
Misunderstanding.
But and
people presuming they're just
and that one kid is like, oh, we gotta destroy them because his mom is crazy, and he's crazy because he's grown up with that story his whole life. Yeah, he's. I
mean, if you were in the college kid's shoes, wouldn't you kind of be freaked?
The rest of the college kids are kind of scared or skittish, but it's mostly the one kid who's riling all of them.
No, he pushes it, but I can understand why they would be freaking out. You know, they see him here with the sickle and all that in the beginning. Then you happen to see him while they're skinny dipping, and then it takes the girl away. They don't see her drowning.
It's because it's
put me a little on edge,
it's prejudice. They're judging them.
Yeah,
and that's what this seems about. You don't judge people by their.
It would put me a little on edge because I wouldn't know why he decided to bring this sickle over to talk with me.
Mm-hmm. It's a little odd that he's carrying it over, but he's just...
But that's his job, though. Like, if I took my laptop and walked towards somebody, it's basically the same thing for him. It just happens to have what he uses for work, you know?
Yeah, well, but the laptop, there could be more of a purpose, because you might want to, like... I don't know, if you have, like, something you're going to show us, or whatever, and that makes more sense. To me, at least.
It's a little odd that he's carrying
a plunger.
Okay,
If it was a plunger, you'd be like, whatever.
Yeah.
You're just racist.
Racist against scythes, yes.
Yep.
Racist against the fact that I think scythes are dangerous and that he had no reason to carry that over here.
Yeah, it's not that dangerous as that he's in how he's carried there. I don't know.
But he has it.
Yeah, but he could have anything else.
And this cabin's just so run down.
I understand what you guys are saying, but I'm saying, yeah, I'd be a little uneasy about it, just a little bit.
Now that's the thing is, what's the history of this cabin?
It looks like so many other cabins though in scary movies.
Yeah,
every one that you can think of.
They designed it very specifically.
They've got the collections in there, they've got the newspapers in there, so there's definitely really something weird. Went on beforehand.
You know what? I think it's the one from Arrested Development.
Mm-hmm. What?
The cabin up where Michael never gets to go to.
Yeah. Could be. Did it tie into the last massacre that had happened there? Because it said it happened in those.
Yeah, because they have bones.
I was gonna say, I think that it might be where the last massacre happened.
Mm-hmm.
I remember they had some just a bunch of clippings of newspapers.
They got there too.
Yeah,
I love their innocent take on all of this.
Yeah,
it's so awesome. They're like, oh, you must be some kind of archaeologist.
Yeah, and they look on the newspapers. They just see
show me Chili a Dog Depot. No expiration date.
Yeah, I would love it if there were coupons attached to all of those killing stories. So it was just happened to be there clipping coupons, but happened to that. There's so many ways you could have taken that one, but it definitely seems like they're not saying that there was no murder that happened beforehand the other time. There was, and you see that later with the newspaper article. So there was evil out there, and this time there still is evil out there because that the other kid is evil.
And see this. So this is the part when they get to the cabin when I start to enjoy the film, because then you can kind of see who they really are.
Yeah.
From now on, everything is funny. To me, stuff starts to get funny and makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you completely there. I think they just wanted to set up the fact that
they were just so flat in the beginning.
They just wanted to set up these kids. Perspective, and they wanted to set up these kids
I thought they were going to set it up more.
Ideal dumb college kids.
I thought they were going to show that more in the beginning of showing them as showing it from the college kids' perspective. But you do get to hear them talk in that first interaction scene with them at the store. So
I think it was a good amount.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it was. I mean,
it's all right. I just thought there would be a little more.
Exposition can get extremely boring.
Yeah.
And
well, not just exposition with it, but I thought they would show it from their perspective of the people acting weird, and do it more like how a traditional horror movie would do it, without the explanation before them talking to them, just coming up to them and talking, and then maybe flashing back so that we can see how they're perceiving them without getting to know them first.
I see.
Instead of then saying, I'm going to go over and talk to that girl, that kind of thing. I thought that would have been interesting to see, but I don't know exactly how it would play out because we haven't gotten to see that here. But you do kind of get to see it in the flashbacks here, and in the story that he's telling, you can kind of think of, well, this is the way the story's been told, and this is how it was told by his mother who went insane after so long. And actually, not even that, we find out that it was his grandma that told him the story from his mother telling the story. So it could have been ramped up all this time. We don't know. This could have been another misunderstanding like the first one.
Yeah.
And very much seems like it was a misunderstanding like that one. So maybe that's the way that we get to see it. We get to see this is how it has been told, and now we can see how it's being done. But even so, I think most of the crazy horror movies, you can't really explain them as a misunderstanding as much. Because
they did I love all the deaths, and then I love all their reactions to the deaths.
Yeah.
When he's like, they're not going to believe us. He just jumped in. He's like, I don't even believe it.
Running away from the bees.
Yeah.
The look on that guy's face as he sees the bee climb on him, I think that he understood it. When he saw that,
his face, he's like, oh.
Yeah, he realized he wasn't chasing after me; he was running away from these bees.
And that happens with quite a few of the kids. Is that they realize, oh, what?
As they're dying,
they're like, oh, these guys are
kind of
just
they're killing each other and they're killing themselves.
You know what made me sad because this scene reminded me of when he tells him how he doesn't like fishing, and he's just so sad.
Yeah, that was really that was so sad.
Yeah, I was sad. I was like, oh.
I was really sad when they burned down the cabin. That was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
When the cabin got burned down at the end.
But why?
Because they like that was
That's
the thing that they
dream.
had. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
his
because of
dream.
his dream.
He
Oh,
had.
okay.
Yeah, he had saved up, and he's like, I have a vacation. Like this is amazing. They were gonna fix that place up. It was gonna be so great, and the like on top of everything happening around them, we don't really get to know all the people that died as much. We spend more time with the cabin than we do with the people. So like it's one thing if they were to kill the main girl, to kill Allison, because we get to spend more time with her. But all the other kids, like, we don't really know them, and they're all prejudiced against the guy.
Yeah,
so
they're douchey anyway.
Yeah, so we don't really care about them when they're dying. It's somewhat unfortunate, but the cabin they built up, and they took so much pride in that, and when that gets burned down because they think that these guys are killing them, and they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So on top of them getting blamed for all these kills, now they don't have the cabin, and the truck gets destroyed. Like, they don't have anything.
That's right.
just it's so sad.
And
Maybe
Jangers makes it too, though.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Jangers doesn't make it.
yeah, that's good.
Maybe they had insurance.
That's what I was thinking. I was wondering.
10 times as much.
Yeah, maybe they had insurance. I don't know. That would I would
Oh, and
the
then
same
the
thing as
hospital
a
bill,
that.
too.
Yeah, hospital bills are gonna be kind of tough.
For Tucker.
Yeah, I don't know if he.
Oh, that's the one scene that annoyed me about this movie is when they're driving away. Oh, there's a big ass tree in front of me. I was like,
Yeah.
why couldn't it have been something better?
It was.
A deer could have ran out and he could have hit.
I don't know.
it.
It's the common thing that they're panicking, and it's just like everyone else got killed. I was afraid they were going to get killed in that scene.
That's what I'm saying. But the douchebag takes her and leaves them just like okay. Like
He's crazy.
that's the one scene I didn't like.
Yeah.
I mean, I know most of this is implausible, but that to me was this world
I
was
can see
super
that.
implausible.
I can see
That's
that.
when he gets. He's so crazy by that point that the things he does doesn't make sense. Like strapping down the girl to the sawmill and going to kill her because she sided with them. He's gone off the rails in that. Like he's torturing these people at that point. He's not. In all the other times when the other people are there, they're thinking, "Oh, we just got to save Allie from these guys. That's what we need to do."
Mm-hmm.
But his is he wants revenge for his parents. Like it's a different thing. He's crazy. Everyone else there is just misguided. But Chad is terrible.
Chad, he looks like a Chad in this too.
Yeah, they definitely play that up with the color.
Yeah.
Sure.
Chad, what's up, bro?
Play GameCube, grab some yes.
So let's see. Favorite scene in the movie. Favorite death.
I do like when the sheriff goes in.
I love that.
And at first they're like, "What are you doing? What the hell?" And then he comes out with the big thing.
We've set up that the post there.
Yeah.
They almost.
I was waiting for that post.
Which is
for the whole movie. I'm like, who's it gonna hit? Who's it gonna hit?
It almost hits Allie at the moment. It's like, oh no, don't back up. Was that post just faulty, or was that a trap set up by the murderers in the last that were there before? Because I was wondering if there were more, like, if there were things set up because that cabin was this crazy murder cabin.
Yeah.
That was kind of my thought of that one. I really like that scene too of the sheriff.
And then they're like all kind of stuck in the back, just freaking out.
Yeah. How about you?
My favorite scene?
Yeah. Favorite scene or favorite kill?
That sheriff scene is pretty good.
These horror movies, the one thing I really like is when they get inventive kills in it and not just like a slash or something.
Yeah.
There was one recently that was the You're Next.
Yeah,
Came out.
it was good.
I was going to walk out of it in the beginning, and then it started.
Exactly, that's exactly who I was.
Starts getting to the creative kills. I'm like, okay, you've got me. These are good.
I think it does have to be the sheriff scene, although I don't. It's not the way the sheriff. It's the sheriff arriving.
Yeah, and he's
And it's just that like they're just there dragging the body, and they're like, "You gotta believe." All right, and he was just saying like that. He's just not. They're not going to believe us. We've had this crazy day, blah blah, and then they go. We had this crazy day.
Because what else are they going to do? They're going to tell the truth. That's like, I know it sounds ridiculous.
That's what I love. They're so sweet.
They are.
Like, they're so sweet, and it's like they're going to tell the truth because they can't really lie. It's just who they are.
Well,
They're just so
how
sweet.
would they? What lie
Pancakes?
could you think of? Of that?
Oh god, I love that. The pancakes.
You must
Oh,
make
you don't like
pancakes.
pancakes? I hope you don't like.
What lie could they think up that make that any less than the truth? Like,
They wouldn't be able to think of it like because they're just sweet, honest.
because the truth is that these people fell in there. Like, that the truth is the lie they would have to come up with if they had actually killed them. So to lie to the cop, there would be nothing. There's nothing they could say that would be any less than that, aside from, we just got here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's just you don't want to be in that situation. That guy is weird. Runs away from the.
He falls.
He's just an odd guy.
And this guy's like, I'm a black guy.
I'm the black guy. I don't die first.
Oh yeah, he didn't die first.
He died on fire. I thought that was kind of a crazy way.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of all the deaths, that's probably.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah.
No, don't throw that!
No, moonshine. Look like water. I don't know.
It's so funny.
Misconceptions. So this movie made $4 million in box office. $4 million.
And what was the...
Let's see.
Could have been that much. There's no real extras, and it's all this location and another location.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's in the middle of the forest, so...
Yeah, most of it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't really a big theatrical film. I don't really see how much it was made for. It's always tough to find that out.
That's bullspit.
But awards. It was nominated for a bunch of awards. Won a bunch of awards.
Let me get
at
some
small
indie stuff.
Yeah,
This is all indie
South by
stuff.
Southwest Festival.
Oh wow,
Other
South by
festivals.
Southwest.
Yeah, go with this film. Yeah, I'm sure it was just. This is one of those movies that I think they were in it for the fun of it. And they liked the idea.
And it was a fun movie. Like, even right now, when you're seeing that this guy just wants to connect with this girl, and he's just doing horrible at it. He has no clue how to talk to women.
Yeah.
But he's just so sweet. Like, so there's this part of it, then there's the horror part, then there's the funny part because these kids are killing themselves. So after that boring first how many minutes, it was fun the whole way through to me.
Yeah. Though it does seem like a simpler film, like a more independent movie. It's not as low budget as a lot of the ones we've been watching, but not like Special or something or Primer, like that low budget of a movie. But it still doesn't seem like the big studio version that you would see of this.
No.
Very interesting.
I wanted to see his tattoo so you could see him.
Oh, is it coming up?
Well, his
sleeves are off, so
Yeah, his sleeves are off. Come on. I want to see the
You
big...
gotta see it on the big screen. See a little better.
Yeah.
The dog's
Like,
freaking
watching
out
it at
too.
home.
Yeah, I think my least favorite part was the part you were talking about, Tony. It was just they crash and then
Yeah. He's just driving, like, looking behind him the whole way.
Yeah.
Not even,
and the Chad just takes the girl and doesn't do anything.
Though the only thing worse than that is
Fuck.
in so many movies when they're not looking at the road and they're driving regularly, having a conversation.
Oh, there's like, oh yeah, what's up?
Yeah,
What's going on?
and nothing happens to them because
Yeah.
they're on the drive. They're not actually driving it, and it's Though every so often you'll see a comedy thing made of that in a movie where they crash and hit something because of that.
They could have justified it a little more, like if Chad found out more about like Dale's crush on Allison.
Oh, and got upset.
And then like, or even could have like left a note to be like, "Your girl's dead now," or something.
I don't know.
Fuck off.
He does get jealous of that. It's that.
Oh yeah, that scene when he's screaming at
talk
him.
about the Stockholm syndrome.
Like, you're not in love with her, are you?
Yeah. And it's fun that they bring up, like, she's talking about the psychology of the situation of them of the miscommunication, misunderstanding between them, and then the other girl brings up like, oh, this is like in psychology class where you could be thinking that she's gonna go with this is a misunderstanding. Nope, it goes with Stockholm syndrome, and so completely misses the mark there because it's still the misunderstanding. Yeah. Oh, the bees. Already saw onto that law. Not intentionally.
And the cool thing I like about this too is so after the first kill, then I'm starting to think, trying to figure out what's going to go wrong.
Because they think she already might be dead in the first scene,
Cool.
but yeah, after.
But like after because at this point you're kind of like, okay, so they're going to die, but it's really their fault. So then you're like, okay, how's he going to kill himself? How are they going to mess it up? It's fun to try to figure out.
It is. Like it's so easy for that running into sharp objects while you're running though. See, even here you could think that he's going to get in the way and accidentally get cut by him.
Yeah.
But that would make you not like Tucker Dale as much if they did that. If there was even a chance that they were involved in that. But just because he's running away, and even in the moment where he's passed him up.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's not even his fault. So even if like at this when he's being chased, if he ran into something, you would still feel you wouldn't feel as bad for him. But now, like he's passed him up. He shouldn't be running anymore, and he gets impaled. So that takes the blame away from Tucker.
Oh shit!
That's happening.
That was a huge shift in daytime to night.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
It's funny when I watched this.
It
reminded me of, I don't know why. The first thing I thought of was Magic the Gathering, the pikeman with the 1/1 with first strike. I don't know why.
That's weird.
I was like, hey, it's pikeman first strike.
I think sometimes these shots they just wanted to get into that horror movie lighting.
I was hoping that bee was going to sting him.
The very end.
Insult to injury.
Yes, insult to injury. Part of it was hoping for it, just because why not?
Yeah, I think that change in lighting though was just to do to get it to that horror movie feel.
Yeah.
That
was really dramatic though. I didn't notice it when I first watched it. I'll give it that. But that was a pretty dramatic lighting change.
Yeah.
Oh, I can kind of see the
afro. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like, why would I? What do I think?
It's a really
it's a really weird tat.
It's a weird tat for that.
Maybe they filmed this in
Canada.
Canada.
He's not really...
They filmed it in Canada?
Yeah.
They film everything in Canada now.
Yeah.
Either that or New Zealand.
Yep.
Or Georgia, too. What's up with that?
Georgia?
Yeah. Hey.
Or Whittier, apparently, in Long Beach.
Yeah! Whittier.
If they can afford it.
Oh, there you can see it.
Oh, wow.
He has like
That's
these big
really
old
weird tattoo.
Yeah. He has like these big kissing lips. No, really big. Very racist, big kissing lips.
Maybe it's not a black person.
Maybe it's
That's
his grandma.
racist to not think it's a black
Maybe it's a picture of his grandma.
Grandma has a fro.
Could be.
He could be black.
Yeah, grandma.
Quarter black.
Grandma could have
Grandmas
froze.
could have froze.
They have wigs.
Even without wigs.
Yeah. Well, most of it.
It's like my mom had a fro a long time ago.
It's not grandma, that's her mom.
Yeah, whatever. Should probably be grandmother's.
You.
What?
I said eventually.
Announcing some news on here. Alright, so what would you rate this movie?
I give it a 4.
You give it a 4?
Yeah.
Do we know what our special guest that's non-guest?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
He'd probably, honestly, I'd guess he'd...
He would have had some great insight on this movie. It would be really fun to hear that.
I'm guessing it'd be a 4 or 5. I don't think he... Because he was having a lot of trouble, and he's going between a lot of films, and he was just talking about how much he loves these films, and then he ended up on this one, so...
I don't know, maybe he wanted to talk about this one because it was so terrible. Because he hated it so much.
Actually, maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
Look at this, where it could have gone so much better. Alright, so 4?
Yeah, I give it a 4.
If I could give a 0.5, it'd be a 4.5.
Wow. It recommended this to me at a 4. I think I'd probably give it a 4, mostly because of the idea behind it.
Yeah.
I really like the idea behind it.
Yeah.
They executed it well. I wish the beginning was a little different in there, but there's certain moments I wish we could change, but I think I give it a 4 on this one.
It's perfect for the premise. You could only kind of get away with this at a low budget. If you're going to spend $100 million, you couldn't do anything like this.
It gets tough because you get too many studio notes on it, especially, and because again, like I was saying at the beginning, you don't know how much do you want to show of the misconception at first, and how much do you show on each side.
Yeah.
And I think just the actors here, the main trio of actors, I think did really well. Tucker Dale and Allison.
I like how she almost drowned, but yet her hair's curly and she's got makeup.
She has to that's to keep her here. She has to look perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl thing.
Yeah. All right. So this is.
I don't know. Yeah, I want to give it a 4.5 just because I don't know, this is the kind of film that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
And my feelings
Your
about
hatred of horror.
Is she
my
black or
feelings about
Indian?
horror movies.
I don't know.
She might be both.
Yeah.
So all they're missing an Asian though. Those racist people.
Yeah.
I guess if you don't count Indians as Asian.
Not British Indian. Oh no, British Asian. American Asian.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, the British they call Indians Asians.
Well, I might be part. No, I'm not but I am part Asian. No lie.
Which I'm just confused on what the hell you are. I don't know. Told me so much shit. It's like
Should be.
more. There's more.
He's got to know which race to hate.
Yeah, I don't know which stereotypes to make.
All right. Good times. So next movie
Next movie.
next week.
Next week. This is gonna be a first for us.
A first.
Yeah. Because it's gonna be our first anime that we've done. Right? We've never done an anime.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
We've done animated,
We've done
Yeah,
animated. Yeah, we did because we didn't.
but
know
we
anything,
haven't stopped at anime.
haven't done like Japanese animation. So
That
I
kind
wanna-
of anime.
I want to do. We're gonna do Trigun,
Trigun.
which is one of my favorites animes ever.
Trigun.
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 Oh.
Yeah, not Trigun.
It's all one word.
Trigun.
And there's the movie, which is not what we're watching. Actually, we're gonna do the episodes, and we're gonna do the first 6 episodes because I really wanted to get. I wish I could have just done it 5, honestly, like because at 6 is where it's like getting a little long, like for our show. But that 6th episode, I think, like really gives you more of an idea of what the whole series is.
All right. Do you want us to know anything going into this, or just?
No. No, because people told me about Trigun before, and then it just totally like it didn't make sense when you
we'll
try to
just say
explain it.
Trigun-
It's a really fun anime,
All right.
and it
Trigun
has its dramedy moments.
Watch the first 6 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Not the movie.
Very
Not the
Not the
Badlands.
movie.
Not Badlands. Yeah, just Trigun.
All right.
It's
See you
spelled the
next
way you
week.
think it is.
Trigun.
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 Mm-hmm. Like
Yes.
3 guns.
Yeah. Sounds like you're saying Trigun.
Trigun.
Trigun!
All right.
Ah!
Thanks for watching.
Bye. Have a good time.